Sufficiently dark in here.
This man reigns from Akron, Ohio. This man reigns from Akron, Ohio.
What's going on, Conky?
This man.
Are we live?
Just keeps going off and on.
This man reigns from Akron, Ohio. The red line of the auction business. Conky's Flipping Adventures. Conky. Oh, man.
Hey!
All right, this man needs no introduction, but they're paying me to do this, so the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. What the Hales, Jeremy! Dun, dun.
I'm here! Look at that. It's real. It's not just the
And
word.
from out west, Sandusky, Lorain, Ohio, some people call him Guapo with a capital G. What up?
What was that?
Dun, 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 dun.
I thought I was back in Guapo's AA there for a while.
You can't stop the 30-second countdown. Well, you can. You just push the button.
You can
But
stop it when it gets to 28.
It's just like, ding, that stops it.
You can start. Stop it. Gentlemen, how are we doing tonight? Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this fine evening. Two of us in our Ohio, and one of us is who knows where.
Somewhere in the world,
You don't look like you're at your house.
I might be out of this world. No, I'm not at the house.
I was going to say, it doesn't look
Are you
like
at
you're at
a
your
school?
There's big things happening at the What the Hales world.
You look like you're at
So
a hotel.
there's potential of that. I can't confirm or deny.
Just because of that chair pattern, and I worked in the hotel industry for many years. And
Is that the pattern that you had?
oh no, it's one of those patterns that would definitely be in a hotel room. And the stucco kind of wall in the background.
Yeah, and the two things going up to the lamp,
I'm
The
putting
lamps
two
are
and
giving
two
it away.
together, and
The
I'm getting
stucco.
three.
I knew I should have went to the bathroom. You guys would have never known.
No,
oh no, we know hotel bathrooms too.
I spent a lot of time.
Doing
a lot of
what?
time there, Jeremy.
Doing what?
Inspecting in bathrooms, actually. I used to inspect hotel bathrooms.
That's a job I'm pretty sure I would not want to have.
Yeah, better than cleaning hotel bathrooms.
True. I was actually inspecting after the people cleaned the bathrooms.
Oh, that's better.
Right. And then I would be like, write
Yeah,
down
that's
things
better.
and then take them back and tell them, look, you missed this, and to improve the guest experience.
That's not bad.
No, it wasn't that bad, but there's a lot of weird jobs I've done in my life. Oh my god.
Conky, what's the weirdest job Conky's ever had?
The weirdest job I've ever had? Oh, I'd have to think about that. I used to, my dad was a mason, and they used to have a building that they, the grotto building is what we called it. And I used to go and clean up after parties and just general building maintenance and stuff like that. And I remember one day I was kind of poking around under the stage, and I saw a coffin under there. And I went running and screaming out of the building I was probably like 17, maybe 18. I went run out of the building screaming like a little schoolgirl. So that's probably the weird. I don't know why there was a coffin under the stage either, but it sort of freaked me out, and I have to call that the weirdest job I've ever had.
They were saving it for later.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I could see that. A little coffin under the stage. That's a weird job.
It was. It wasn't weird before that, though.
I mean, I worked at a haunted house that was fun. It's a weird job, though, because one is that you get there at like 6 o'clock, and then you work until like, midnight. And your job is to scare people. So
It could be fun.
Was it good pay?
it wasn't bad. I mean, when I was like, you're a teenager, anything's good, right? You're like, yeah. And I mean, how about your buddies? And you talk to some ladies. You're a kid, you know, and you got to scare people. Like I said, it was a great job. You get paid to scare people. It's like I just remember I had the one spot and it was complete darkness. It was this hallway, and I was in an electric chair. I was like dressed like Shocker, and people would be like, "Man, I think I see something." And I had a strobe light under the chair and this button I push. I'm like, ah! People would be falling on the ground, take off running. Oh, it'd be hilarious.
Jeremy, what was your weirdest job?
When I was a teenager, I got hired by a local farmer, and this local farmer would go to the 5 different surrounding states and pick up all the dead horses and cattle. And then they would bring them back to the barn. They would slice the legs, the belly, hook up the head to a chain in the ground, take the tractor, rip the hide off. The hides were then put in a pile and tanned. The rest of the body was cut in half with the tractor, scooped up and put in a semi truck and sold for dog food. And if you can imagine what that was like, I was in 4 inches of blood. I went home the very first day. I was covered in blood. Everything was covered in blood. Got in my vehicle covered in blood. Went in and I did my laundry, and I got grounded for doing my laundry because there was baked blood in the dryer. And that lasted about a week.
So you worked at a real haunted house, and I worked at a fake haunted house.
That was the real thing. That was the real thing. That was about a week, and it was minimum wage, and it was not worth it. And
yeah, I never knew about this. I never thought about it, but my aunt, she had a lot of large animals, and she told me, you know, horse dies or something, that you pay this guy and he comes and picks him up. And I guess this is what happens to the horse after it dies. They take it there, huh?
So this guy comes and picks up all the dead cattle and horses and pretty much strips it out of any money he can make. So the hide and then the body parts and dog food, and yeah, that's what happens. He picks them up for free and then makes money off of them. And then the farmers don't have to dig a huge hole. And
yeah, like I said, I mean, there's a lot of people that dig it, you know, they don't even have the means to do anything. You know what I'm saying? You need a backhoe and all this other stuff just to move all that, to dig a hole and then be able to move that. A horse, I mean, how much does a horse weigh or a cow?
Sometimes 1,200, 1,500 pounds. It depends on the size, but right. You're looking... You probably average 1,200 pounds.
Right. You ain't moving that easily. I mean, 1,200 pounds. I mean, you need something serious to move 1,200.
Most farmers have either skid steers or tractors with forks, but still.
And she just had like horses at her place, but she had like maybe 5-6 horses, goats, pigs, chickens, all that kind of stuff. But like when the horse died, she like, you know, the vet said, okay, you got to call this guy to come pick up the horse. And like I say, he charged her, I think it was like $500 to take the horse.
Wow.
I was like, man, that's a deal.
Yeah. I still
wouldn't want to do. You want to talk to Guapo?
He texted that he wanted the link, but then where is he?
Did you guys get the link?
This was before you said, about 5 minutes before you sent the link.
Hope all you are doing well and your families too. I think I don't know. My family's doing real good. I'm doing good. How about you guys?
You okay over here?
Jeremy?
Is my internet bad? Because you guys keep breaking up.
Thank you, dear.
No. I don't see any breaking up anywhere.
Is my internet bad, maybe?
Smooth.
No, you've been perfectly fine every time you talk. You're not breaking up at all.
It must be you then.
It's probably me.
Like you're cutting in and out, unless it's me. I don't know.
Conky, am I cutting in and out? You're on?
Not lately. No, in the very beginning it did a little bit, but not lately.
Technology.
I couldn't hear anything you two just said. It was all pixelated. It was like.
Well, that's what we were saying anyway. I mean, we weren't actually.
So I heard you're changing the name The $500,000 girl.
All I heard was $500,000 to grill.
You're changing the name?
Is anybody else having problems?
I think it's you, Jeremy, because nobody else is saying it's.
You want to log out, come back in?
Yeah, I'll log out. I'll come back in.
Yeah, everybody else is saying it's good.
I'm hoping it's all good. Francis, good evening. Wish you all well. We wish you well too. Thank everyone for joining. Thank you so much, Francis.
In whatever hotel Jeremy is in, he probably doesn't have good internet service.
You never get good internet in these hotels.
Hotel internet sucks.
I know. I was just about to bring up because tomorrow's video. I bought this unit 2005. The lady was there for Conky. 2005. 18 years storage.
Now you had a couple like that. Which one is this?
The one we went to, the one was 2008.
Okay.
This one is a lady. This was at a public storage on 117th. Lady gets a divorce, puts everything in storage and moves.
Okay. Okay. You were telling me. I was thinking this was the one you were talking about.
Yeah. And
there it is, back.
That seems better.
I hope so. I was just talking about the storage unit. The first video comes out tomorrow, Jeremy. 2005. The lady started running the unit. She got a divorce, put the stuff in storage, and moved out of state.
Wow.
18 years in storage. How much money, you know what I'm saying, that she spent over 18 years?
I think I figured that out. Wasn't it like $30-some thousand?
Yeah, it's a 10 by 15 indoor storage. I asked Russ how long. He goes, she's been here longer than me.
Huh.
And Russ has been there since I started buying storage.
Yeah, since you start buying.
Wow.
And it was pretty great.
This makes you wonder why people throw away so much money like that. Like, why? Why leave it there? Why pay 30 grand on it? You could have built a garage and put it in. And if it wasn't important enough to build a garage and put it in, why not just sell it all? I don't know. The things that make us go,
I remember Shane goes, man, just think what you could do with all that money. I said, yeah. I said what you said, Jerry. You could have built yourself a garage, put everything in the garage, and then
put everything in.
Next to it.
And you'd still have it.
Yeah. And you'd have a garage to show for all your money.
Well,
but the biggest question, was it worth paying $30,000 to store it?
Well, the lady stopped paying. I guess she had credit card or identity theft. They stole over $100,000 from her. But she's like, I'm not going to pay on it anymore. She says she doesn't even remember what's in the unit. I told Russ, can you call her up and see what she wants back? Please. I'll give her whatever she wants back. I feel bad for the lady. Obviously, she lives out of state. But according to Russ, she's pretty well-to-do lady. But, she's just like, I'm done paying on this. I just lost all this money, and there's no sense to pay on this. She finally realized there's no sense paying on the unit, I guess. So I put aside all the personal photos and that for her, but unbelievable. I'm just thinking every month just paying that money, $100 a month, $100 a month. Then it goes up to 110, then 120, then 140. I don't know. It's probably like 250 now. But when she started, I asked Russ, how much was it when she started? He goes, it's probably minimum. He said $70, $80 in 2005.
Wow.
Just makes no sense. I don't know. Maybe it's the business mind in me that goes, you just threw away $30,000+ when you could have built something and later down the road, that could have added value to your home, to wherever you're at. And I don't know. It must be the business mind in me. I don't know. But then again, you have all these people who are like, oh my goodness, this isn't real. Nobody would ever do that. Nobody would pay over $30,000 to store all that. Well, it happens every single day.
Just like people say, oh, no, never leave that in a storage unit. Or the safe
Every single day.
My safe video, someone put fake. And I'm like, yeah, I found some silver coins, like maybe $200, $300 worth of silver coins and some quarters. Oh, yeah. It's like, okay, that's fake.
Well, I mean, the funny thing is when people say something like that, they're only drawing from a very limited experience.
It's like, Lori, thank you.
would never do that, so therefore nobody else would.
Lori, are you going to $500,000 to grill? I was telling Jeremy, I heard you change the name from $500,000 to grill to 600 or 6/10 to grill or something.
6/10 to a mil time to grill.
I don't know. I was trying to come up with something. I was like, because now you're at 600,000, so it's not really $500,000 grill no more, man. I don't know what to do.
600,000, man, that's wowzing.
There you go, 600,000. That's wowzing the grilling.
Everybody ought to come out. Everybody ought to come out.
You gotta get new T-shirts, man.
It'd be browsing.
New T-shirts, man.
We should. New T-shirts. Forget $500,000. 600K.
These are all garbage.
Just all the
T-shirts went to print today, so.
Oh man, it's too late. Damn.
Well, when you get them, just put a big circle of line through the $500,000 and just put 600,000.
But 6K, 600K.
Yeah.
See, now that's a good idea. I'm pumped up. I got my plane ticket, rental car, and I sent Guapo my information. That's all I can. Mary Dale. Thank you, Mary Dale. Super sticker.
So when are you flying down? What time are you getting down there?
I'm flying down Thursday.
Oh, you're Thursday?
Yeah, I figure I'm probably just going to either crash in Orlando, like in a parking lot somewhere, or I might just hang out in front of what the Hales place and just like make noises. And then in the middle of the night, maybe like act like I'm a skunk ape or something.
Scare Christian impatience.
And go up to the cameras and like, show body parts.
Well, you're flying down Thursday. I'm driving down Thursday. I don't know what Guapo's doing. I don't know if we're going to be able to have AA that week or not. If we're all going to be.
Yeah, we're going to try. We'll figure it out. I figured that's what I was going to do. Go to Hale's house for AA. And then
AA on the road.
You're going to be there Thursday, right?
I should be. I don't see why I wouldn't be.
Yeah, I just figure I go, what the Hales? I do AA, and then I'll go to a hotel or something.
Yeah, because I don't get the house until Friday. It's Friday night and Saturday night.
I know I was going to break into the house because I figured no one's going to be there on Thursday.
Ooh, yeah. Now there's a video, Rob.
Right. I'm breaking into our, what is it? It's not Airbnb, but
Verbo.
Verbo.
Yeah, into our Verbo. 600K a mil, time to grill, come and chill, unless you ew. Thanks, Sue Freaks Mess. I like it. There you go. There's a T-shirt, man. Too bad you already went to print.
They went to print today.
Man.
Final numbers went to print.
So what is
done deal
on the people who are going to be there?
Say that again?
How many people are going to be there?
That's a good question, Conky. You're going to have to come to find out.
Oh.
So did you cut everybody off from coming?
Yeah, registration is cut off. Nobody else will be allowed in. We have beyond gone past the capacity of the event.
Storage Legends in the house.
What's up?
Oh, here now.
We were just doing a rap, man. It was like 600,000 K, 1 mil to grill. If you're not ill, you better chill. I don't know. That was pretty good, though. What's up with Legends?
Nothing much, man. Just
tell us something we don't know.
Another day in the neighborhood, man.
I heard there's free swimming lessons at Camp Legends.
Free swimming lessons?
Yeah. I heard they're doing free swimming lessons at Camp Legends.
Basement?
I don't know, man.
Camp
I can't swim, man.
Who can't swim?
I can't swim.
That's a lie.
It's swim at your own risk, but it's still free swimming lessons.
Free swimming lessons at Camp Legends.
I'm ready for Camp Legends.
My basement turned into the local pool.
Yeah, someone sent me a message saying that we should go over there and help you.
Yeah,
But I told them that you've already addressed the issue. And
I did address the issue. So, like at first, when I relooked at the AA and I heard you guys talking about how I turned it into a swimming pool, like I never experienced or seen like the flood. I just seen boxes super wet, like the aftermath after it like already flooded. And then the next occurrence, I go over to the stairs and I literally see an actual swimming pool. So that's when I'm like, okay, so I get the joke now. And that's the first thing that popped into my head was you guys saying that. So yeah, dude, it was like this much water, dude. I don't think I've ever seen a basement that flooded before in my life. So at one point, I think I might have seen a Coca-Cola bottle actually floating.
Did it say send help stuck on island in basement?
It said Wilson.
Was there a message in the bottle?
So yeah, man. So
it's like the mice are sending messages. Please save us.
Yeah, no, you're just like all the stink bugs. They're just like floating in rafters and just like little papers and
we can make it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, what kind of background is that? Where are you at? A hotel? What happened to your background?
You know, I remodeled the ranch house and everybody thinks I'm in a hotel. Like
I bought the furniture from a hotel sale.
I worked hard on this.
Literally looks like a chair from a hotel. Can't
That's
lie.
what I said.
It looks like a Motel 8 chair, man.
Well, I mean,
I think it's a Hilton, a Hyatt.
100% you are not at your house. You would not hang up a picture like that. 100%.
Suites, no.
I got pictures like that all over my house.
No, that's hotel lobby pictures, dude. I don't know.
Those are the best storage unit photos I could find.
So the question is, what the hell's happened this week?
You gotta
Just
flood
what
a
day is
basement,
it?
man.
Today's Thursday already. Is that crazy?
It's Thursday.
It's actually March. That means the event happens in 16 days.
16 days is the party. 16 days.
Conky's passed out already. Look at
Look at it. He's already passed out. 16 days, and I don't even know what happened this week.
Conky's already passed out.
hey.
I heard Conky's doing a huge jump at half mil.
I apparently Willis Travis has got a ramp for me to jump a motorcycle over something, and it better be like an old man ramp, you know. That
I'm gonna have you jump over me, Conky. No, wait, no, I'm not. No.
I don't know, man.
You remember the last time you got on a motorcycle was Guapo's motorcycle, and you crashed it.
Yeah, well, I think I crashed it just because it was such a little motorcycle. I have a feeling.
Oh yeah, you did.
Thankfully, you were that close to the ground.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, far to fall. I
Yeah,
wasn't going that fast
You
either.
didn't just crash your motorcycle. He trashed your motorcycle.
yeah.
Oh,
What did you do with that motorcycle, Guapo? Do you still have that thing?
I actually had to
He
sell
sold
it for
it.
a discounted rate because you broke it.
Because I broke it. Yeah, okay.
They should have went into the Hales Hall of Fame.
Your fall was such a little fall. You just it looked dramatic on the camera. Wow.
Yeah, I think I took the turn a little too sharp with that little bike.
I feel like that was literally 2 years ago.
Maybe. I'm trying to think. I've got the thumbnail for my video on that is me on the little bike
Thank you, buddy.
with
Yeah.
you walking behind me. So, anybody want to go back and find that? Let me know if it was 2 years ago or not.
That was a fun time.
Yeah, when was that video? That was 2 years
pretty
ago?
sure that was back in 08, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
Probably.
I think so.
2008.
could probably look.
Yeah.
That's gonna. Oh man. Yeah, someone asked me today. They said, "Are you gonna be down in at Half a Mile Grill?" I said, "Yeah." My ticket is booked. I got my the rental car. And the
Christian
best
and
part,
Patience show up in 6 days. The event's in 16 days. It's a lot of work to do. A lot of work.
when I booked my ticket, they said you can get 20% off a rental car from either Hertz or Budget. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get from one of these companies that's not one of these fly-by-night companies because I've had problems with rental cars. You guys had problems with rental cars. There's been so many problems with rental cars. So I'm like, if it's a big name company, maybe I won't have a problem with the rental car.
You shouldn't. Make sure you take a copy of your personal insurance with you.
You just don't book it with Hertz.
Conky hates Hertz.
It's
Well,
not good.
because they're notorious for renting you a car and then immediately reporting it stolen.
Well, that'd be a good video, Conky.
Having you
Yeah,
arrested,
I mean, that's a dream come true.
and they get their car back, and then they rent it to somebody else and have them arrested. It's a friggin' cycle with them.
I'm going, man. I want to get arrested. But no, I think it's Budget. It was Hertz or Budget, and I got Budget.
Yeah, good choice.
So we'll see. Well, we'll find out. The last time I had a big problem because remember my credit card that I rented the car and had my name on it, but also had my company's name on it. So
They wouldn't let you. Yeah.
the car, and I was like, "That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life." So maybe I'll have that same problem again.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I can't find the video. It's probably been 2 years.
The ignorance of people sometimes that really gets you.
Well, and didn't they want to sell you like insurance because your car wasn't so new, your personal car? Remember that?
Oh yeah, because my the cars I have weren't new enough. So my insurance wasn't, even though I had full coverage insurance on my vehicles, it still wasn't good enough because like my car is a 2007 and a 2010, I think. They had to be like less than 8 years old or something.
Well, that's how they make money is the add-ons of selling you insurance.
Yeah, the whole thing is that, yeah.
And that's where the real money comes from.
Then you got to get the Sun Pass. There's a scam. It's just you don't know how much you're going to use or not going to use.
Is the I don't suppose the Sun Pass works on our Easy Pass from Ohio, does it?
So there is a brand new one, and I have it. It works on every eastern state. So I have everything from Florida to everything on the eastern side of the United States. It's a brand new one, and it works for all of it.
Huh.
I only have one. I have it in Ramsey's too, and I haven't tried it in all the other states yet. I haven't driven north with Ramsey's, but I have it, and it's supposed to work in every state on the eastern side of the United States.
Okay, well, DJ John says yes, Conky. So that, run them all. That'll send you a bill.
And what I do is I just have my credit card attached to it, and when I go through, each time I have it to where it'll set an account for $10. So it'll do $10, and then once I drive through $10 worth, it'll grab another $10 and put it in the account. It'll grab another $10. It'll hit me $10 at a time on the credit card.
Yeah, I think mine does like 25, but it's the same idea. Okay, so yeah, someone says Easy Pass does work too. Okay. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be going through any tolls. There's no tolls like on the way to your place, is there?
Are you coming down 77?
Yes. Well, I mean, West Virginia, there's tolls, but
You have 3 in West Virginia, and then I can't remember the rest.
So you're saying if I pack my Easy Pass with me, I don't need to get the Sun Pass?
You won't have any in Florida, but you'll have 3 in West Virginia that I can recall, and they only accept cash or the Easy Pass.
Okay. I'll just make sure I have my Easy Pass with me. Don't want to slow down for the cash in the bucket type of thing.
That is annoying, isn't it?
Well,
Let's build this road that everybody can drive really fast on, and then in the middle of it, we'll make everybody stop and stop all the traffic, and then we'll let them go again really, really fast, but then we'll stop them all again. Like, dude, who was thinking about that?
Well, I mean, have you ever driven through Chicago?
I'm sure I have. I can't remember it.
You'd remember. You got to stop every 50 feet and throw.
Oh, yeah. I do remember that in Chicago. Or in Chicago, they'll also let you pull off to the side and pay, won't they? At least they pull you off to the side to pay instead of the main highway. I think that's Chicago. Maybe I'm wrong.
Years ago, I was out there, and it seemed like every 50 feet you had to stop and throw a dime in a basket. And you just get going again, there's another basket, you had to stop and throw another quarter in or whatever.
Yeah, that's like in New York, going into New Jersey and stuff like that. Oh my gosh. You'll like every mile you'll hit like a toll. It's like what the
bad engineering, bad design. Kind of defeats the whole purpose of having a highway.
Yeah.
But Easy Pass has made it a whole lot better. That's for sure. You don't have to stop anymore. That's the way it should be. Just keep traffic flowing.
Yeah, it's nice, especially when all these people stop and you just go around and go into the Easy Pass only lane and.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I found out. I don't know if you guys remember me telling you about that piece of property I was looking at, and already had a building on it. They wanted $74,900 for it, and then the guy got squirrely and took it off the market. This was like back in December. Well, it went back on the market. I got an email a couple of days ago saying it was back on the market. I called the realtor up. I said, put in an offer. We talked. I said, don't mess around. He was asking $74,900. Just offer him $75,000 cash, no contingencies. I already seen the property. Close in 10 days, whatever. He calls me back the next day and he says, how far over asking price would you be willing to go? And I said, what, do we have an auction here? What's going on? He says, no. He says, I'm just trying to make you feel better, or make me feel better. He says, you can't have the property. I said, why? Somebody came in with a $90,000 cash offer. $15,000 over ask while it was off the market.
But he put it back up on the market for 75.
I don't know why it wound up back on the market if he had already accepted an offer for 90, but it must have just been like a technicality. They had to do it so that they could, write the offer or something. I don't know what happened there, but I caught it on the first or second day, and they already accepted a $90,000 offer for a $75,000 property. I couldn't figure it out. So I'm looking for another property now. If anybody has any.
Guapo, you still have your house in Lorraine there?
America bought it.
Wow.
America, but the country?
No, the front.
Like our tax dollars at work? Is that
our tax dollars at work? Legendary tax dollars.
America. That'd be cool.
It's now a public park, and you can go view some of the history of the legendary history. I hear there's a soon coming soon is a swimming pool as well.
Yeah. A kiddie pool.
Kiddie pool in the basement.
A kiddie pool is in the basement, guys. Bring your swim trunks.
You got to pay to swim in it because
there will not be any chlorine.
Because it costs Guapo enough because it's there. So a ticket to swim in the pool is what, $90,000 a piece?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Chester.
Hey, Chester.
Is he invisible? Nope.
No.
Nope. Visible today.
It's a little Chester saying hi.
Chester.
So did you get? So you got the sump pump fixed then?
Yeah.
How much did that cost?
It only cost me $360 something or something like that.
That's not bad at all.
would it cost you to throw away all the collectibles in the basement?
Both dump fees together were like close to 600, maybe. I don't know. Something.
Yeah, but how much worth of stuff did you have to throw away?
A lot, man. The worst was like a 70s set of cards that got wet. From the 70s.
That's the good set, the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
I told him on the bright, there's a bright side to it. Because a lot of people look at all the negative and Guapo lost stuff and all that. But the other side is he increased the value of everybody else's stuff.
This gotta make you feel better.
You know, because
there's the local community is going swimming and learn how to swim.
Sure. You think about everybody has
indoor pool.
And I wish I had an indoor pool. I might have to work on that.
So is the basement like completely cleared out now, or is it just?
Yeah, for the most part, what's down there is the stuff on the tool bench and all of the bottles, the collectible bottles that are still down there. I just haven't moved them because like I don't have anywhere to put them. Like at first we agreed to like throw them away, but I looked up one of them and you got one selling on eBay for $15 and $5 in shipping 2 weeks ago. It's hard to throw away all of them, whether they got, wet or not. I don't really think the water affects the glass bottle, and then the addition is the original packaging. And then, the tough part is the fact that there's multiple and it's not just one. Typically, I'm okay with just throwing one away, whatever. I just don't want to deal with it. But there's so many of those collectible bottles that throwing them away would be silly, because you'd be throwing away probably close to $1,000 with how many are actually there. So I've been working hard. I've been working real hard over there. I got a chance to get into the garage, and that's when I started sending those pictures to the group chat. And yeah, man, just working, work.
The garbage pail Series 9 stash you found? That was a lot of boxes of Series 9, dude. Were they worth $300 a box?
Yeah, and then there's like, dude, like I already sold like all the vintage jewelry that I found in the garage.
I just can't believe you sold all the coins.
Yeah, coins are sold. Yeah, I can't believe it either the more I think about it. But my motivation for selling the coins, a lot of people are asking me, even Nana's asking me, but like it's the clients that I have on YouTube are not just, they're not just clients for reselling. They're subscribers, they're legends. I mean, they've followed, so it's really like my honor to sell them something that would potentially like increase in price, in the future. They can look back and say, hey, I got this off of a really cool YouTube channel from a really cool YouTuber named Guapo. So I'm completely okay with that. All three of you guys have had personal conversations with me about silver, how silver is in everything, how silver is going to rise in price, how it's important to keep your precious metals. That should be the last thing you're selling. So if all of that is accurate, which I believe wholeheartedly it is, their investments are going to be great investments. How do I lose there? I don't, because I'm confident that I'm going to find more. You guys are finding them every day in storage units. I'm finding it every day in the hoarder house. We will be active until we cannot be active anymore. So I am completely confident that I'm going to find more, silver. And I know a lot of the legends are confident in their purchases. So I just think it's a win-win all around because they'll be motivated to buy more. So, and I'm nowhere, dude. You know how many... Dude, I got so many coins I'm going through, dude. Look at this, man. There's Liberties everywhere. I don't even want to take them down. There's stacks of Liberty coins everywhere, man. Peace dollars and Morgan dollars. And I got a coin I've never even seen before.
Where do you live again? What's your address over there?
Hey.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Come on
Easy
by,
Street.
I got a hobo proof house. Trust me.
Warning. You are being recorded.
Yeah, see, he remembers.
Yeah.
Warning. You are being recorded. Yeah, my whole life is recorded. Warning. That ain't no warning.
That is, hey, the
That ain't
first
no
time he's
warning.
seen that, he's like, it's okay. My whole life is recorded.
You are being recorded.
It's your
It
refrigerator. that
says, it
records,
says,
right?
it says, hi, you are currently being recorded.
That's funny.
And I was like, hi, when am I not being recorded?
When am I not being recorded?
That's
Yeah.
all.
I wish I can grab this coin that I want. I kind of want to show you guys this coin. I've never seen it, but it's a silver coin from the,
Show us
from
the
the
coin, show us the coin.
1800s. But I've never seen it. It's a United States coin, and I've never seen it before. It's something crazy. So.
I bet America would know. America.
Oh,
America.
You bought a house from Guapo, yeah.
From
Crazy.
All the way through ass. Legends.
Mm.
Oh my
So
gosh.
what are you guys looking forward to the most with $500,000 to grill?
To see you pick your nose like that again and hide that you didn't put it in your mouth, you were like, that's what I'm looking forward to. Watch you mining for gold. Did you guys catch him? Did you guys catch that move? He was like,
Everyone go
You're
after
gonna
the
have to
video
rewind it.
at 42:30.
go
What
check
about-
it out. Check it out. Put it in slow-mo.
I don't know. I don't really think I didn't get in there. You could hide behind your name. You could just do one of these.
I gotta get my camera. There you go. Hold on. So
Yeah, so
I'm looking forward to meeting all the fans.
a lot of old
Same here.
schools.
There's a lot
And-
of fans out there I haven't met yet.
And watching Conky pass
You're gonna
out
meet
after
a
his
whole lot
motorcycle
of them.
accident. And watching Conky pass out after his motorcycle accident. Those are two things.
I can't wait to find out who Marilyn Raby, who sucks dried gravy, is.
Mm.
Do we even know if it's somebody who could be named Marilyn, or would it be more of a mark? Don't know. No information.
We're gonna find out, man.
He or she will be there.
Well, and we don't even know. So this is the thing. We don't even know. All we know is so there's an email account, Marilyn Raby Sucks Dried Gravy, which anybody could make that account.
Right.
And that account has said, hey, I'm registered. I'm going to be there. But we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of registrations. And so we've communicated with this secret account that, hey, will you reveal yourself? We'll have a moment where you can reveal yourself. So part of the fun is going to be everybody guessing who in the world it is. So we do know that individual is going to reveal themselves. They've been hiding behind that name, and it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Might even get your trailer back.
I think it's Debbie Vaughn.
If you get your trailer back, that would be the best.
Oh man, if I could get my trailer back, I mean that would be so nice because I've been buying so much in Florida. I need 3 trailers. Somebody asked me today. The guys over at the campground, they said, "Hey, can we borrow your trailer?" And I said, "When do you need it?" They said March 8th. I was like, "Yeah, you can borrow it, but there's no guarantee either of them will be empty." I was like, March 8th is like days away, and I'll probably buy huge storage units. They're like, there's no guarantee. You guys know what that's like, having a trailer full. It's empty right now, but that don't mean it'll be empty tomorrow.
Well, where are you putting all this stuff?
That's a great question. The ranch. So the camper has become the storage unit. So everything is in the camper. So the back room, you guys know the back room of the ranch house. That's and all the shelves. That's completely and totally packed. The camper is completely and totally packed, but so there is no more space. But I can't stop, man. These units are too good down here. Like, they're crazy good.
No, you got a problem, and that's why you're on AA right now. Let's be honest.
So there's another unit that I found, and it had a brand new gator in it. And so I told George, I was like, we'll leave the gator here in Florida. We'll buy this gator. We'll take it up to Hale's headquarters. And I was like, we'll just have 2 gators then. I said, I'll get a better deal with this in the unit. So, and it was cash only sale. So I was like, I'm definitely going to get it. These people playing around with credit cards. And I was like, we'll get it with the cash. And I looked today, and it was like 8 days out. I looked today, they paid it off. So good for them. But man, it was going to be a killer deal. But so we were both like, oh man,
that would have been sweet.
Keep your eye out.
I've bought a couple amazing units here in Florida that they've called back and said, hey, it's paid off. You can't come and get it. Like, they would have been incredible units.
I can see that. There's a lot of good units in Florida.
Man, Rob's been hitting some pretty good units too, man.
Yeah, this week, Friday, Saturday, you guys got to check out the video. You're going to see some good units.
Who's bidding on that? Who's bidding on that high one in Columbus?
I seen that. I was gonna buy it, but then I thought about it and I said, "No way."
What's in it?
What's in it, Hales?
I don't remember. I just know it's like one of the most. It's on page 1 of the highest bids right now on storage treasures, and it keeps coming up.
It might get paid off.
It keeps coming up. It keeps coming up every time I look at highest across the country, and it's on page 1. And it's in Columbus. There's clothing. I know there's clothing. Maybe shoes. I forget. If you look right now, you probably find it.
I'm looking.
Those guys are crazy, man.
I think it was up to like 2,500 with so many days left.
Yeah, I think it's not in there anymore.
Think it got paid off?
Yeah. Yeah, the highest one right now is in Seattle, Washington for 15.
Did you see the Florida ones with all the museum pieces go for over $500,000?
Did they actually sell?
Did it?
To my knowledge, they did.
Which one did you buy?
Neither. So that's why I think it's funny when you see titles. I bought the most expensive storage unit, which I've used that title, and there's storage units going for $500,000.
Yeah.
How about the most expensive storage unit? There's literally a storage unit going for $500,000. Not even close to the most expensive.
$6,000 on a storage unit.
Yeah.
I spent $8,000.
Yeah, I got paid.
The first step is admitting you have a problem, Jeremy.
I definitely have. I have more than one problem.
I have a lot of problems too.
Thank you, Lori. Yes. I do have a buying problem.
I gotta
Lord willing, one day God will relieve me of all of my problems. I look forward to that.
Yeah, Shane was I could tell Shane because I'm like showing him these units, he's just like, that unit looks like too much work. I said, too much work. I said, that's how we make money is by working. I said, he's getting to the point. I said, man, you're getting as bad as all these other guys around here. I'm going to have to replace Shane and get someone new and hungry.
A young buck.
You do realize I say the same thing. When I look at a unit, I go, that's too much work. There's not enough profit margin. I will not take a risk. And sometimes I like the one that I bought in Ocala, I think that was this week. It was Monday, and it had the safe. So I took a risk on that because there was such a good one. So I already won the really, really, really good one in Ocala. And I was like, well, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to film this anyway because there's a safe and I just want to see. And then that one in Ocala got paid. And I was like, oh, now I'm just left with this junk one. And I was like, oh, man. And I'll maybe break even. Well, I'll probably a little bit. Well, maybe break even after fuel, paying George. I don't draw salary. George draws a salary. So I've got employee expenses. I got fuel expenses, food expenses, all of that stuff. So that one was a dud. That one was a dud in Florida. But it was a dud because I only did it because I bought the good one, and then the good one got paid off.
Right. You figured I'd buy both of them.
So yeah, I went, well, just because this one is small and there's a safe. But I would have never ever done that. I would have said the same thing. That's too much work. I saw the dog cage. I was like, I don't like dog cages. That means dog hair. Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. It was so gross. But I look at them and I go, that's too much work. There has to be enough of a profit margin to run a business. And the biggest expense we have in business is employees.
Yes. And then employees that think it's too much work.
And then people want to sell me their collections and they go, well, this is selling on eBay for this. Great. Sell it on eBay. And I go, I can't buy it for that. My profit margin has to be high enough to sustain a big business. I don't know that it would be considered a big business, but I think I draw more income and have more expenses. And that's the biggest problem. That if let's say you make $10,000 in your business, that's your income, and your expenses are $10,000. How profitable is the business? It's not. All right, let's say you make $1 million in the business, and then you have $1 million in expenses. How profitable is the business? It's not. You have to have enough profit margin to actually generate profit. If you create another $1 million in expenses, but you brought in $1 million, that's not a successful business. You would have been better not working. So, you literally would have been better. You'd be like, I brought in $1 million. Okay, well, what were your expenses? $1 million. Okay, you literally could have done none of that work and made no money and sat at home, and you would have been better off because you didn't waste all your time doing all that work. So there's got to be profit margin.
Got to consider taxes though too. That's a huge thing that we really don't talk about. Also on the auctions, in regards to the peace dollars, that's 1 ounce of silver. If it's free shipping, if you got to pay an electronic fee, and you're getting taxed on that at the end of the year, you're really not making anything at all. You're actually in the negative.
Cost of business.
So that's definitely something that I thought about today as well. Those are things where it's like you're pretty much going backwards. It's what we like to call counterproductive. So, hey.
There's lots of expenses, that's for sure.
Oh man, there's so many expenses
that people you don't consider or think about unless you actually.
And January and February kill me with expenses, and even March. I mean, real estate taxes are out of control. Insane. I mean, I get hit with insurance. I get hit with real estate taxes. I get hit with property insurance, vehicle insurance. I get hit with it all like January and February. And January, February, and March is when income is the lowest. Like that's when I'm not making enough money. Like I had a meeting with Christian and Patience earlier. I was like, listen, we're not making enough money right now to pay all the bills. I actually have to use the surplus to pay all the bills. We have more expenses than we have income in January and February, and hopefully not March. And so that hits me hard in those months to where now you got to draw into your surplus. Tons of expenses, tons. But they'll go, hey, this is selling on eBay for $100. Okay, sell it on eBay.
Sell it. Oh yeah,
sell it.
eBay, you get taxed too. It's getting
nuts,
you do, man. It's getting nuts. You got eBay fees, shipping fees, and you get taxed on it at the end of the year. So, it's hard, man. It is because you got buying fees. We always talk about what all it takes to buy a storage unit, because usually the hoarder house is like a rare kind of occasion. With a storage unit, you got time, effort, gas. You got your storage. You got your employees expense. You got the buy cost of the unit, the buyer premium, and you got the tax of it. Dude, that's like 8 expenses I just mentioned that are kind of not really discussed often. So this is a huge
storage buyers are notorious for saying, hey, oh man, I made $500 on that unit, you know, and it's like, how much did you pay for a unit? 500. I sold everything for 1,000. You didn't make $500 on that unit then.
Yeah.
Oh, unless your time's worthless.
What's your time worth?
Zero.
Yeah, that's your time's worthless. Exactly. Most of the time, people are renting U-Haul trucks too, you know, or renting something, you know. So,
And if you're not renting, I mean, you got your own gas, your insurance, and
yeah, it's huge, huge. But silver's a great investment. It definitely is a great investment, especially with all of these, you know.
You're not here to say silver is an investment, and we do not endorse investing in silver, spending any money on any kind of investments. But
by the way, I value my time at $500 an hour. That's what Rob pays me to be on here every week. $500. So
I thought you said it was 600.
Are you paying me 600 now?
Well,
I'll take it. I didn't know I was getting a raise.
I send the check right to George, so I don't. She said 600.
What have I told you about doing that?
No wonder she's making extra $100, bro.
I'm cool at like 300 an hour.
Rob.
That's why Guapo is only on the show for a little bit of time. He's always late because I can't pay him the whole 300 because I got to pay Jeremy. Now Conky's gonna want to get paid. Damn it, you guys. I don't know if I get any Hot Wheels. I have to give Conky or something.
That's what I get paid in anyways. Hot Wheels and old toys, model kits, things like that.
Yes, my disclaimer about silver. But no, most people say silver is a hedge against inflation, is what they always tell you, or gold.
And what's happening right now?
Yeah, it's not really an investment because gold or silver really can't. If you put it in a vault, it's just going to stay there. It doesn't produce anything. Where you could buy certain stocks or funds, or you could buy real estate, and that asset could produce can produce more of those. Like a silver coin, you put in the thing, it's not going to make another silver coin.
If you put two of them in there, it might.
Yeah. What? Well, I don't know. Those are both guy presidents. Those are both. Wait. You got the Walking Liberty. If you can get a guy and the Walking Liberty, this could happen.
Well, and it's 2023, so.
Well, we ain't doing Eagle Man. No. Yeah, we ain't doing hybrids here with eagles and men.
Listen, you put two coins in there, you throw a little Barry White on, and you hope for the best. All right.
Yeah.
She looks like she's dancing. She's not even walking.
Should be dancing Liberty.
Trotting.
Heads or tails?
I always say when I send my money out, I want it to come back with friends.
Yeah,
what's the best investment aside from property?
Yeah.
There isn't one. Property. The best investment besides property is more property.
It's property.
Hold on.
It's more property.
I'm going to get an acre.
Let me find this. I screenshot this the other day. Hopefully I can find it real quick.
Does anybody want to buy a warehouse?
You ready? You ready to hear this?
I'm ready.
Do you know who Andrew Carnegie is?
Yeah.
Or was?
Oil tycoon.
Guapo. Andrew Carnegie is one of the richest people in the world. But he was famously quoted saying that 90% of all millionaires become so through owning real estate. More money has been made in real estate than any other industrial investments combined. The wise young man of a wage earner of today invests his money in real estate.
What? Okay, but what do you mean though?
Because what you mean is that you invest in real estate. The best way to become a millionaire is to invest in real estate because property, one, appreciates. You can't make more land.
You got to pay a property tax though, Robert.
You got to pay a lot of tax on everything, but that's part of life. It's called
you get government tax breaks and depreciation. You can't get a tax break like that on any other investment you ever make on.
What do you mean?
The government is incenting you to actually buy property.
Right, you get a tax break every year.
You get a tax break on your property taxes through pretty much that's a write-off.
Right, you can write off your property every year. It goes down in value because it depreciates in value, even though it appreciates.
I didn't do that this year. I didn't do that this year.
Well, that's why.
By the way, everybody consult with your tax preparer. We are not tax preparers. We are not CPAs. We're not giving you legal advice. There you go, Rob. You owe me 600.
Man,
600. I'll take 300.
the worst is
So
now
if
we're
you
in the
guys
second
ever wanna
hour. So.
hire Jeremy and me, you got to give Jeremy 600. I'll take 300 an hour.
Conky takes some red lines.
So, yeah, Conky get paid in red lines. Rob
I
likes
work-
Batman. So
Yeah, Batman, or I work for Hugs.
I got a Teddy Ruxpin. I got to sell this Teddy Ruxpin to fund.
When do you start working for Hugs?
I don't know.
Sheesh.
Oh man, Hugs, just working for Hugs.
You're
My son
working
has
for
this thing-
Hugs.
My son has a plaque on the wall says "Nugs, not drugs," and has a picture of chicken nuggets.
I like that.
It says "Nugs, not drugs." I was like, "Oh man."
Well,
Who's seen the episode today?
Lost 80,000.
Deshaun Goodman, because of divorce, yeah. Or you paid $80,000 for happiness.
That's the way I was going to look at it. I was going to say it's a small price to pay to be happy.
There you go. Because I say Jeremy says 80,000 is probably cheap. Only losing 80? Oof, that's nothing. Now my buddy Dave Lilly, he'll tell you he was married 3 times. So
Dude, I don't even know where Dave's at. If he's Dave, if you're watching, if you're alive, you got to confirm it.
He's been married 3 times, Dave.
yeah,
Dave's been married 16
After 3 times, don't you go, maybe I'm the problem.
Maybe.
nah.
Dave. Oh
It's
man,
not.
that means,
It's not.
dude, these two used to get in bidding wars that would just be not as much as me.
Everyone will be laughing at Dave. Everyone got a bit of war with Dave.
Everyone.
Because he would buy a lot of stuff, man.
Dude, he would get in a war with you because he would make a principle. He would just let you know that he has more money than you.
Dave's an old timer. He used to have all those check cashing places, man. He made a fortune.
Dave Lilly.
You know, they had like 142% interest every 7 days or whatever it was.
Maybe that's a better investment than property.
How
Oh,
many
it is
times
That
did
might
Dave
be.
out-
That might be. Of course, they're all shut down now.
They're all
Jeremy,
shut
did
down.
Dave outbid you multiple times?
Who, me? Or Hales?
In regards to what?
The storage unit?
I don't remember. I mean, I bid up to what I think the value is, so I don't care who wins it. I don't care if somebody bids more than I do and I don't see the value, great, because I didn't lose any money. So that's not and if I bid and I see the value and I make money, that's even better.
That's even better, right?
Someone
You're not
asked
going to
the
get
question,
into a
Hales.
war with somebody that's
It's not a war to me. An auction is the highest bidder wins. So I don't care who's bidding. You can't bid somebody up, or you can't drop it on somebody. So if we use these terms, oh, I'm going to drop it on you, or I dropped it on you. You didn't drop it. I got it for what I wanted, and I was willing to pay for it. If I didn't bid again, did I drop it on you? No. I'm out. Did you drop it on me? No. You know, if I stopped bidding, were you going to go and tell everybody, oh man, I dropped this on Jeremy? You didn't drop it on me.
that's psychology
I
when they
stopped.
do that. Yeah.
So James says his
I
question about
purposely
what
asked you
sites.
that to unleash that monster. I needed to unleash that monster because I knew that you would go those routes with that answer.
So
It's
he's asking
literally-
about the sites for the auction. The sites we use to buy stuff is like you go to Storage Treasures.
Those
Storage
Those are-
Treasures is pretty much East Coast and Texas, and Locker Fox is more West Coast, but you'll get Locker Fox on East Coast as well. But Storage Treasure is primarily East Coast and Texas.
Yeah, they're the
That's where
biggest
it's
one
taken
in
off.
this area.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bid 13, but there's not a lot on there.
No, most, like I said, Storage Treasure is definitely the biggest. So I mean, if that's the question he's asking, then that's the answer.
And go to auctionzip.com to find auctions in your area. Put your zip code in, look at your radius, and You can
Yeah,
find all kinds of auctions in your area.
You can find live auctions on AuctionZip. You can find storage auctions, all kinds of different auctions.
There's an auction every single day somewhere.
Man,
That's another thing with auctions though too, dude. You can't like that's another thing as like sometimes I'll hear people say, "Oh no, I'm out. I don't want to be greedy." Like you're not being greedy. Like it's an auction. You're gonna buy whatever you want to buy, and you're gonna pass on whatever you want to pass.
There's been times I've gone to auctions, and you know, I'm talking gallery auctions where you're sitting there and you got your chairs, everybody's sitting there. And I bought so much stuff that I'm like taking over all the chairs around me, and I can't even get up and walk around. I got chairs behind me, stuff, you know, running stuff back and forth out to the car. And I guess, you know, that's where the I feel greedy thing comes from. But anybody's welcome to outbid me if they're willing to spend more money than me on something.
You're making me think, Mike. He goes to the one gallery auction. You guys both know Mike. You guys all know Mike.
Yeah.
Mike.
He goes to a gallery auction, and the one person he comes out the one day and his tire was flat because they didn't like he was bidding against them, I guess. And he said 1 week the one person goes, they said, "You better watch out, you're gonna end up with flat tires again." It's like everyone knew about it, I guess. So like, but he said because he'll be like this, they'll be like $1, $2, and he'll be like $5 or $10, and everyone's like,
"What's going on?"
And he's like, I don't want to sit there all day for these people to go they try to nickel and dime this guy all day. It's like the thing's worth $50. I'll just say $10. You know, let's get it moving and get it over with.
What auction is he going to?
The one out in probably no one's gonna be there now because it's in East Palestine.
Yeah, like that's another thing too, man. Just a little bit of the season's kind of breaking, and I decided to go to one local flea market. And, just the little flea market chat kind of was happening. And man, I didn't even realize Rogers Flea Market is literally like 3 miles to 4 miles away from East Palestine. So like that whole flea market, people are not going to be going to it this season.
Yeah, my cousin said there was nobody there. It was like a ghost town.
Not to make light of the whole East Palestine thing. I mean, I've heard about it in the news, but I've lived my life with toxicity. George likes crop dust.
There he goes.
It was close.
I didn't realize. Yeah, I guess I just didn't think of how close Rogers was to there.
Yeah, like they're not gonna be. Like Rogers is like not gonna be a thing anymore. Like
my cousin, he said he's gonna start going to. He's looking at all these other flea markets because it takes him 2 hours to get to Rogers.
Well, so there's like Four Seasons. There's Litchfield, there's Jamie's, but Four Seasons I think is kind of still in that area as well.
It's a little bit further north than that. It's in Youngstown, I think, isn't it?
He was talking about one in Columbus or something. He was going to. He was thinking about going today. He's heard really good things about it.
Dude, so like those waters that I gave Shane, they have like a really big one. And everybody's making fun of me about how big they are, passing them out and just like carrying and lugging that big thing around. So I got the little ones, and dude, the little ones are too little, dude. So like I'll get through this probably in like 5 minutes, and I'll need to get another one. But then I waste the second one because it's just like, man, it's like they did it on purpose, man. It's crazy. So yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I wonder if there's going to be a lot of lawsuits over that train derailment.
Oh, there's tons of lawsuits.
I wonder if some of the people that run Rogers can sue as well for the loss of business because of that.
Like I said, a lot of people are probably not going to want to go there.
How long do you think it's going to be before that area is cleaned up and it's safe to?
Well, it's crazy because they're taking the dirt, and where my buddy lives not too far from here. They're taking a lot of supposedly to these incinerators and burning it.
Huh.
And these incinerators supposedly have scrubbers, and nothing gets released.
Yeah, you hope.
I find that hard to believe, but hey.
You hope.
Yeah, people being sick, dying. Then the question is all the people's farms there.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. I don't know. Someone said it was like World War II chemicals or something that was on the train or something. I've heard all these crazy things. Guapo told me don't even go outside. The one day it was raining. He called me up. He was like, "Rob, don't go outside. It's raining." I said, "I gotta go outside. How am I gonna get to my car?"
No, I said don't let the rain hit your skin because Chapo called me all frantic. Like, don't go outside.
Well, I mean, weather goes from west to east, and we are west of there. So, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I was thinking, Conks. Oh man, I still got to finish my video for tomorrow. I got so much stuff to do.
Yeah, I got too much work. I'm exhausted. I'm solo. There's so much going on. Got to keep up on my grandpa. You know, it's a lot going on to say the least. So, yeah, let me get off here, guys.
Yeah, I think we'll get off. You want to do the prayer tonight, Guapo, since you're on?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Let us pray. Lord Jesus, I'm praying you today, praying to you today with my two friends and my awesome, amazing community. Lord, I just ask that you give us all happiness. Anything else that I could ask for all falls under that category, Lord. We just ask that we are just happy, we unite, and we just grow from positivity and nothing but the right way and the best health and the best decision making we can come from, and that is through you and that is through your will, Lord. I ask that you please help my grandfather as he is having problems with his veins, Lord. We ask that you help all grandfathers and all relatives worldwide and all health discrepancies within our community. Lord, we ask this in your name. Amen.
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 All right, guys. We'll see you later, okay?
We appreciate everybody out there checking out, tuning in. Unbelievable auction I have this Saturday. Conky has an auction Saturday. Guapo has an auction Tuesday. Maybe a pop-up coming up. So check that out. And, man, anybody, any other final things you guys want to add?
Nope.
Francis?
If you liked our auction last Saturday,
a great weekend, Francis. What was your auction last weekend?
We had a bunch of sports cards, and we had some nice pictures, and had a lot of good stuff. We got more good stuff this Saturday, so should be fun.
Nice. Well, we appreciate everybody out there watching. Don't forget, check out all of our videos. I got unbelievable video coming out this week. I got lots of good videos coming out this weekend, so check out all three. Appreciate